GTA 6, the game that almost everyone everywhere wants. You go into a Twitch stream, look in their chat, people are spamming GTA 6 for no reason. You go on Twitter, look at the replies to people, it's GTA 6. You just see GTA 6 everywhere. It's ridiculous. And of course, that's because people want a new GTA game. And good news for the people who do want to know more about that GTA game, there was a pretty major dump of leaked content from one of the newer, more reputable leakers. And in this video, I'm going to be going over everything that this guy is reporting. So if you want to know more about GTA 6, well then this video is for you. Now starting off, this is coming from Tom Henderson, and you know this name if you've probably been a Call of Duty player or a Battlefield player. He has leaked a ton of stuff in those games for the past like 7 years. I think the most recent one, of course, is Battlefield 2042. He leaked a bunch of stuff before that was announced, was released, and was shown, and all of it ended up being true. So clearly this guy knows people in the industry. Now, in his video where he talked about a bunch of GTA 6 news, which I'll leave a link to in the description if you want to take a look at to hear it from him, the only thing he mentioned with his GTA source is that it's a different one from his Battlefield and Call of Duty sources. So make of that whichever way you want, but I guess that means this isn't to be taken 100% at face value. Definitely do take this with a grain of salt. With that being said, let's hop into what he announced. So the first thing was that the upcoming GTA 6 game will be modern. That's something that sounds obvious, but it is just another source claiming GTA 6 is going to be a modern game. It's not going to be set in the 80s. It's not going to be set in the future. It's modern. And it's also going to be set in Vice City. Now, the one thing that is a little interesting here, this guy's source is claiming that this map, GTA 6's map, isn't actually going to be as big as various leaks say it's going to be. Now, hopefully that means it's going to be bigger than Los Santos, but it's not going to be the United States. It's not going to be the entirety of Florida. It's going to be, I guess, a smaller scale map compared to what people are thinking. Now, regarding the map, this source claims that the map will actually change throughout the game's first couple of years. There are going to be DLC and the map will evolve. They claim that this is going to work very similar to Fortnite, because of course Fortnite was very popular with this, where Fortnite has those events and seasons where like a meteor comes in and, you know, wipes out a town. I don't think a meteor is going to come in and wipe out like Vice City, but you are apparently going to see various new map locations and changes in the map throughout the first couple of years of the game. Now, hopefully this means it's also for single player, and hopefully they don't just forget single player once the online portion comes out. But of course, that is very cool. The next thing was that there's going to be multiple characters again. He didn't specify how many, if it's going to be 2, 3, or even more, but there are going to be multiple characters, and there is going to be the first ever female character, playable character in a Rockstar game. And this female character is apparently the smart one of the group of characters. She is good at hacking and the tech side of things, which makes sense to have a character like that in a 2020-ish world. But they also claimed that she was badass because, of course, it's still a GTA game at the end of the day. And honestly, I know some people are sort of worried about a female protagonist, but why? Even though she wasn't a playable character, but Sadie from Red Dead Redemption 2 was probably one of the best characters in recent game like history. I really, really loved Sadie as a character. So if Rockstar can do that, then I am not worried about a female protagonist in the upcoming game. Now, where things get a little controversial is this source claims the release date, the prediction at the moment is probably actually around 2024 or even 2025. And yes, that would mean that's like 13 years or 14 years after GTA 5 was released, which is crazy. But they claim that this release date is projected to be so far out simply because Rockstar are actually focusing on the developers' well-being. They're not crunching the developers like they have done in the past, like other studios do. And they are trying to actually make it a good environment for the people making the game. And as far as the release date or the release or announcement of it goes, apparently they don't want to delay the game, which Rockstar is known for delaying everything. So they don't want to do that again. So they are waiting until they are, sure of this game releasing before they announce it. And if that's the case, then we're not going to be getting an announcement anytime soon. If the game at best is coming out in 2023, but realistically, if it's not coming out in 2024 or 2025, then we're not getting an announcement anytime soon. Also, the game, I mean, this is a given, but the game is projected to release on just the current gen consoles, like not the PS4 or Xbox One and PC. Hopefully that does hold true. Also, there's going to be some sort of cryptocurrency in the game, and it's probably going to be an online. It's allegedly, I guess, the shark card equivalent of this upcoming game. And that was pretty much all of the content, all of the information, all of the details that Tom Henderson dropped regarding GTA 6. Again, take everything with a grain of salt. But there are a couple of things I do want to actually point out that make this stuff believable. Number one, the map actually being relatively smaller than, I guess, anticipated. This checks out because about a year ago, Jason Schreier, who is another very big gaming journalist in the industry, put out an article talking about how Rockstar's made big cultural changes. You can see 18 months after Red Dead Redemption 2, they've made big cultural changes. And I'll leave a link to this article in the description if you want to reread it, if you haven't, or if you did read it, but it's a good read to see sort of what goes on behind the scenes. In this article, this was posted. One plan that Rockstar management, has laid out for the next game, which is GTA 6, is to start out with a moderately sized release, which in Rockstar standards would still be big, but then they'll expand it with regular updates over time, which will help with the stress and crunch. And that's exactly what Tom is saying here. That's his source is saying. So two separate people that are in the gaming industry are saying the same thing regarding GTA 6. That is very, very likely to be the case. Also, with the Fortnite event system, where they have new updates that sort of change the map and even add things to the map, recently Rockstar hired a live game event coordinator, which would be perfect to sort of figure out what they needed to add, sort of oversee that whole process. So while most of the things we talked about in this video, I guess you could say it's all obvious, or at least it feels obvious, it's definitely good to hear another very reputable source saying similar stuff to other reputable sources. So I know maybe this isn't stuff you want to hear as a GTA fan, but this is looking more and more likely to be part of the upcoming GTA title. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below, but this was interesting, so I thought I'd share it with you guys. If I find out any more on GTA 6 or any other GTA news, I'll make a new video and let you guys know. So hit that subscribe button if you are new around here. Thank you guys for watching, and as always, I'll see you guys in the next one.